Well, I guess it's third time's the charm for this failed fearmonger. Oh boy, let's just get this shit over with. What's up, bitches? Cringe. So, do you guys remember back in September when the world was supposed to frickin' end and it didn't, and then the guy pushed it back to October? Well, we are back in the goddamn boat once again. This time it's happening in November. So, let me just throw this clip up right now.
Fool me once, I'm mad. Fool me twice, how could you? Fool me three times, you're officially that guy. Okay, you know the one. You go to the bar, he's like, this suit is officially is a Giorgio Armani. Ask my dad knows, and fuck you! I ain't having that shit!
Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's just get right into this fucking news article. In September, to much fame, a man who claimed to have studied astronomy in Kentucky and deciphered the Book of Revelation predicted an ominous sign would appear on September 23rd and foretell the world's end. Ah, yes, September 23rd, 2017. The first of the many end-of-the-world fiascos for 2017. The date came and went, and yet we are still here. It's a very biblically significant numerology significant number, David Meade told the Washington Post then. A series of catastrophic events would follow the omen, he claimed, culminating in the appearance of a mysterious planet called Nibiru, and the end of the world as we know it. Oh yes, it's biblically significant, even though it says, no man shall know the date nor the hour of the apocalypse. So it kind of negates the whole theory if you think about it. Meade's claims sold a lot of tabloid and YouTube ads when September 23rd passed with no omens or calamities. Meade revised his very numerology significant date to October 15th, which also came and went uneventfully. Well then good, now that we are finally in the month of November, and we can finally rest assured that there are no more end of the world dates for 2017. Right? You might think 2 consecutive misfires would quash the Nibiru theory. Instead, it simply transcended its erroneous author. Meade isn't even mentioned in the latest batch of tabloid stories, which quote yet another doomsday theories to warn that the end of all things not on September 23rd or October 15th, but now November 19th, when Nibiru is supposed to set off cataclysmic earthquakes. Here we go again. So, September 23rd was the first date. October 15th was the second date. Now we have November 19th. And here we go again with this clip.
The end is nigh, the end is nigh. F***ing run away, the end is nigh.
November 19th will see earthquake Armageddon across the huge swaths of the planet, the Daily Express wrote in representative tones. The paper cited as evidence an unnamed astronomers and seismologists, and an illegible picture of the Earth covered with pincushions in quake markers. Try to pin down the astronomers and seismologists who supposedly support this theory, and you'll end up at PlanetXNews.com, a conspiracy website that Meade sometimes write for. You know, if you're going to have unnamed astronomers and seismologists, and you believe that that's going to be a credible source, then you're just going to have a huge splat of egg on your face, and trust me, that shit is not going to be easy to clean up. The quake apocalypse theory comes to us courtesy of a different author, Terrell Croft. He writes that the seismic activity has been increasing around the world as the massive black star Nibiru Nibiru has many names apparently, wheels around the edge of the solar system, upsetting the planets within. So David Meade isn't even the one that pushed it back to November this time. It's a guy named Terrell Croft. Now Nibiru isn't even a fucking planet. It's a black star? Okay, then what type of black star are we talking about here? Are we talking about a black hole? Is it an actual black star? Or are we even just talking about the David Bowie song? Meade predicted Nibiru would approach Earth, maybe even collide with it. But this latest version of the theory claims Earth will simply line up with the sun and the black star on November 19th, somehow triggering a backside alignment quake event. Croft's article doesn't say what exactly will happen then. The tabloids have been happy to fill in the blanks, claiming volcanoes will erupt and tectonic plates would smash into each other. Well, since we're just guessing on what's going to happen at this point, I'm just gonna throw my frickin' hat in there. Let's see. We got November 19th. Let's see what's gonna happen on that day. Oh yes, we have a birthday. We have a birthday day for Ryby. We also have Survivor Series. And if the Undertaker doesn't come back at Survivor Series, then just fucking nuke the goddamn planet. I'm getting tired of this. But like every other Nibiru doomsday theory, which goes back to 2003 as Christine Phillips ropes for the Post, it's based on an analysis of pure fantasy. Nibiru, as far as science can tell us, simply doesn't exist. And it's still going to be nothing but fantasy, because that's literally what it is. Nothing but fantasy! It would be bright. It would be easily visible to the naked eye, a NASA scientist wrote several years ago. It would already be perturbing the orbits of Mars and Earth. Astronomy aside, Croft's article cites data from the U.S. Geological Society to argue that earthquakes have been increasing across the eastern United States and Canada as Nibiru approaches its calamitous alignment with the sun. Earthquakes happen all the time. Hell, Fierstein said that earthquakes would be the sign of the return of Jesus. Again, I point out that in the Bible that it says no one will know the day or the hour. Is it really that hard? With the USGS couldn't immediately be reached out for comment, the agency's earthquake catalog tells a different story. So far, 2017 has seen fewer earthquakes worldwide with a weaker average magnitude than the same period in 2016. In other words, it doesn't look much like the end times. Yeah, that's because it's nothing but bullshit. Why is it that this year has had the most end of the world dates out of all of them so far? Like, holy fucking shit. This year has been nuts with end of the world dates. And I'm hoping that this will be the last one for this year. I'm Egghead, thanks for watching. I'm going to fucking bed, and oh my god, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about this end of the world nonsense.